Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. The main feature of this super sports car is its extremely lightweight design, made possible by the most advanced technologies and the use of carbon fiber. The total empty weight of the model is only 999 kilograms. The Lamborghini Sesto Element has a 5.2-litre V10 engine with a capacity of 570 horsepower and four-wheel drive. The specific power of this machine is 1.7 kilograms per horsepower. This allows the car to accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in approximately 2.5 seconds, reaching a maximum speed of 350 kilometers per hour. It's worth noting that the car has a fully robotic 6-speed gearbox. The Sesto Elemento is a limited edition, only 20 units were produced. This Lamborghini is a real racing car, so it's forbidden to use it in the city, as it's not made for the city's roads. The Maserati MC12 Corsa. One of the rarest and most expensive supercars in the world was produced in just 12 copies. The MC12 Corsa is equipped with a 6-litre, 755 horsepower, 8,000 RPM V12 engine. The weight of this car exceeds a ton, while the specific power is 1.5 kilograms per horsepower. The maximum speed developed by this vehicle is 326 kilometers per hour, and the arrow on the speedometer rises from 0 to 100 in 2.9 seconds. The Maserati MC12 Corsa is equipped with a 6-speed sequential gearbox with gear pallets. The car has ventilated disc brakes mounted on all wheels, and it's also possible to change the brake balance during the race. The MC12 Corsa does not have an ABS system. Thanks to its powerful features, the supercar cannot be driven on public roads and can only be used on closed routes. The Ferrari 599XX. This supercar was first shown to the public in 2010 and is one of the most unusual models of the Italian company. The Ferrari 599XX is equipped with a modified 6-litre, 730 horsepower, 9,000 RPM V12 engine. The power unit is paired with a 6-speed gearbox. The maximum speed of this model is 315 km per hour, and to reach 100 km per hour, the 599XX super sports car needs 3 seconds. The weight of the car is 1.4 tons, and its specific power is 1.9 kilograms per horsepower. The supercar is equipped with ventilated carbon ceramic disc brakes. We must also highlight the braking speed, from 100 to 0 km per hour in 32.5 meters. Despite all the features, the 599XX is not for sale. To become its owner, you must obtain a permit from the Ferrari company. And in addition, this supercar cannot be used on ordinary roads. The car may only be used on special racetracks. Aston Martin Vulcan. With only 24 copies produced, this rear-wheel drive sports car has a V12 engine with a capacity of 7 litres and 800 horsepower. The unit is mounted on a chassis made of aluminium alloy and carbon fibre. The Aston Martin Vulcan is equipped with carbon ceramic brakes and a magnesium tube with a carbon shaft. In addition, the supercar has a self-locking differential and a 6-speed sequential gearbox. The empty weight of the car is 1,350 kilograms, and the specific power of the Vulcan is 1.6 kilograms per horsepower. The maximum speed that this model can develop is 360 kilometers per hour. To reach 100 kilometers per hour, the vehicle needs 2.9 seconds. The supercar was designed specifically for the track, so it's forbidden to use it in the city. McLaren P1 GTR. In August 2014, at an automotive elegance competition in Pebble Beach, McLaren Automotive showed a racing model of the Super Hybrid P1. The supercar was launched in a limited edition, only 45 copies, but this doesn't mean that its owners can ride it on the streets. The McLaren P1 GTR is a 3-litre V8 twin-turbo 800 engine with a capacity of 1,000 horsepower, 200 of which are produced by the electric motor. The aggressive appearance with an extra 80mm front caliper and a 50mm reduction in distance is complemented by aerodynamic flaps on the front bumper. The car's design provides up to 660 kilograms of clamping force at a speed of 240 km per hour. To reach 100 km per hour, the supercar needs 2.5 seconds, while the maximum speed is around 362 km per hour. Of course, this car isn't designed for use on urban roads, and the 45 owners of the McLaren P1 GTRs can drive it exclusively on specially designated routes. Pagani Zonda R. This modified model of the Zonda R is made of a carbon titanium alloy. The use of this material allowed the creators to increase the rigidity with a significant reduction in the weight. The front and rear secondary frames are made of chrome molybdenum alloy, and the outer body panels are made of carbon fiber. For the suspension parts, designer Horacio Pagani chose an Avion Al aluminium alloy for the structural elements that support the engine and gearbox, the Ergal alloy. Thanks to these measures, the weight of the machine is only 1,070 kilograms. In the chassis, we find a 6-litre AMG V12 engine, which develops a power of 750 horsepower and a torque of 710 Nm. The car reaches 100 km per hour in 2.7 seconds. The maximum speed is approximately 390 km per hour. The range of configurations allows you to change the aerodynamic characteristics depending on the owner's needs and the speed of the car. For example, the maximum angle of inclination of the wing allows for a holding force of 1,300 kilograms, while the minimum angle allows the car to be driven at high speeds. In addition, the powerful engine creates a loud noise, which prohibits the use of the machine in the city. Ferrari FXX-K. The car, launched in a limited edition of 40 copies, is equipped with a basic 6.3-litre 860 horsepower V12 engine, to which has been added an electric motor with a capacity of 190 horsepower. So the total power of the vehicle is 1,050 horsepower with 900 Nm of torque. Also worth mentioning are the KERS kinetic energy recovery system, the high-strength brakes and the intelligent electronics. On the side there is a massive air intake, which cools the engine and the rear brakes, and on the rear of the car there's a spoiler, the position of which is adjusted depending on the speed. The acceleration of the Ferrari FXX-K at 100 km per hour takes 2.5 seconds, and its top speed, according to some sources, is 350 km per hour. A copy of the FXX-K costs €2.5 million. All cars are stored at the brand's technical centre in Maranello, but owners can pick them up if they wish. However, the use of the FXX-K outside the test program and on public roads is prohibited. Toyota Supra. This car is rightly considered one of the best in the world, thanks to its features and reliability. The 1994 model in particular is widely recognised thanks to the first film of The Fast and the Furious. However, despite its popularity, the 1994 Toyota Supra is a banned vehicle in the United States. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration blacklisted the Supra, which also means that it's impossible to enter this car from abroad. According to some sources, the reason for this was the extreme characteristics of the car and the risks that can arise when driving in populated areas. Guys, it's time to recharge your brain. Visit the channel Brain Time. There you'll find a lot of interesting and useful facts, lots of positive energy, and tons of useful information. Subscribe right now. We promise it's going to be really exciting.